Hi, Ridgely Goldsboro here, creator of the show Modest to Millions, with a little bit of a inside Hollywood scoop. I'm with Marcia Wieder, founder of Dream University, and before we spill the beans and reveal what's going on, you've been out here 2 years in Hollywood now. How was that for you so far?
Oh, you're going to start there.
Yes, and I have the pleasure of interviewing a lot of superstars, very, very successful people, and they don't always give me the real scoop. So I'm looking for the inside, real information. What really happened?
Moving to LA to pursue my dream of being on television was the hardest thing I have ever done in my life. Hardest in terms of there was nothing I could do to make it happen. I felt very guided to come out here. I had a dream, use the media to impact the masses. And early on, I got a lot of validation. I was here for a few weeks and my cell phone rang and I was invited to audition for Jerry Bruckheimer. And I didn't even...
So if you don't know who that is, he's a huge producer out here in Hollywood.
I didn't even know what an audition was. That's how green I was. And so I showed up casually, 12 o'clock, they rolled tape, and at 12:14 they said to me, "You're perfect, you're hired." And I'm like, for what? So they were casting for a reality television show, and they thought that I would be perfect. I actually asked them why. I was so new to the whole world, Ridgely. It was just, I felt like a deer in the headlights. And they told me, I memorized what they said. They said, "You're funny, feisty, and fast. You're clearly a subject matter expert in helping people achieve their dreams, but you also have this unique girlfriend, girl next door quality."
I can see that.
Thank you. So they said to me, "You're cast." I went home, popped open champagne, never heard from them again.
Classic.
Well, you know what? I called them back. I waited and waited and waited, thinking any day, any day. And that was dreadful. The feeling of waiting for the phone to ring, to hoping, and every day watching my hope dwindling away, dwindling away. And finally, I called the casting director, and he said to me, "Nobody calls us back." And I said, "Well, I'm new to this world. I don't really know how it works." I said, "But you guys, you pursued me. You tracked me down. It wasn't like a big casting call. You told me I had the part. Then I never heard from you again." And he said, "Well, the show didn't get picked up by the networks, and frankly, we don't like to broadcast that."
Yeah,
and in my mind, I'm thinking, well, there is such a thing as just being
human, kind, gentle, something to let you know what happened.
Thoughtful.
And how did you feel at that point?
I felt devastated. I felt like I went from feeling like a queen of the mountain to being ant of the hill, And it was just the beginning. There were 5 more after that. I was pursued by Oprah, Ryan Seacrest. I spent the summer out at the Paramount Studios with great people, brilliant, creative, insightful. And for one reason or another, it just didn't happen. And I finally got to a point where to be really honest, I gave up. I thought it's just not meant to be. The other thing that was really confusing for me, core to who I am and what I teach, is a whole practice of integrity. And I felt like I moved to a town that really wasn't about integrity because people kept saying yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
I never saw anything like it. And part of it is they want to be polite and they don't want to hurt your feelings and they don't want to be the one who says no to the next American Idol. So on one hand, I understand it. But at a personal level, I turned to prayer. And I thought, well, why am I being sent here to learn more about integrity? And the answer I got was, no, you're being sent here to learn about forgiveness and compassion, and not just for others, but for myself. Because I deflated myself, I doubted myself, I second-guessed myself. I battled with some depression, thinking that it was my ego that made me think I could host my own television show or be a reality TV star. And the more I watched TV, the less I wanted to be a reality show host. I started invalidating the shows. I started, questioning the industry. And then finally I had to look at myself and I thought, if it was meant to be, it would have happened. And I just... on one hand, on a good day, I would say I was surrendered and I was letting it go. And on a bad day, I was giving it up and quitting.
And that happens every day, all day long in Hollywood. And yet you spent 30 years, close to 30 years, teaching people how to not give up on their dreams and go after this. So So what happened?
All right, so first I had my butt kicked.
Okay, okay.
Which the blessing of that was it really caused me to go deeper into my message, into what I stood for, and what did I really believe. And I really do believe that I've been given this extraordinary gift of helping people get clear about what they do and they don't want, helping them bust through their beliefs and doubts and limitations and to go for their dreams. And I was not going to abandon that. I never lost that. Even though I lost the dream and I lost my faith and I lost my hope, at the end of the day, and after many, many dark nights of the soul, I came back to the truth of I know who I am and what I stand for, and what I'm committed to is helping as many people as I can.
And that led you to finally making a pretty significant decision.
Yeah, that I had to work around the system. It's really interesting because one of the things that I was teaching, I wasn't actually seeing how it applied. I said, don't let strategy be the reason to give up on your dream. Like, never design a dream around do or die depending on one strategy. Like I say to people, don't make having to be on the Oprah show the do or die around your dream. And I started to see, wait a minute, I was giving all of my power to the studios, to the big guys, to the big guns. And even though people said to me, Marcia, you've got all the right stuff, you've got everything that you need to do your own TV show, at some level I thought that was compromising on the dream. But when I came back to my own soul and to what I stand for and what I believe in, my commitment is to use the media to impact the masses. So I've decided to damn the torpedoes and to launch my own show using modern day technology like this and not waiting on anyone else, not depending on anyone else, but basically demonstrating that I'm serious about my dream by taking action, and I'm launching the Marcia Wieder Show.
Well, congratulations. I think that's just outstanding. And there have been so many examples of where that has absolutely driven people through the stratosphere, from the Blair Witch Project to The Secret to so many other instances of someone saying, wait, I'm not waiting on y'all anymore.
Well, the blessing of today and being alive during this time is we have access to extraordinary resources. And if somebody is listening to this and you have a message that matters to you, a dream that's important to you, and you're wanting to get it out to the world, there are lots of ways to do that. But don't do what I did. Don't get so caught up in your ego or your story, or that the dream has to look a certain way that you start to give up on it. Because I really did almost completely give up on it.
Better to resign as the general manager of the universe. Right. And so tell us, what are you going to be doing on this show?
I'm going to do what I love to do more than anything else, and what I know that I'm really good at doing, and that is my unique brand of laser coaching. I'm going to help people get clear about what they do and don't want, believe in themselves, and then design brilliant shortcuts to take action on the dreams that really are important to them. And using technology, I'm going to be able to coach people like this, one-on-one, up close and personal, in the comfort of their own home and my own home. We don't even have to be in the same room together, but I'm going to be able to help so many people all over the world using this technology and laser coaching.
And what's so exciting about that, for those people who follow the trends that are out there, there's so much information, so many of the pundits and gurus saying, eventually, in the very near term, virtually all the television is going to be coming through the computer.
Well, it's not.
So that's very, very exciting. And I know how you felt when they said, I'm sorry, the show did not get picked up. Like so many people that feel that way, how does it feel now to having made that decision, you know what, I can do this despite the odds, despite what they say? How does that feel?
In one word, it feels really right. I feel empowered. I feel on track. I feel on purpose. I feel really clear. I hope it's coming through. I mean, I really just feel so excited, and the sky is the limit, because first of all, I'm not responsible to anyone else. I'm not accountable to anyone else. I can do it my way without having it to be marketable based on what some studio or some advertising agency or some other client wants. I can be really true to myself, so it just feels right. and it feels like it's time. Have to tell you though, I'm still a little squeamish about saying the Marcia Wieder Show. But people have told me that I have to.
I like it, the Marcia Wieder Show. It sounds good to me.
You know, people hear laser coaching and they may or may not know what that means, but for me it's about really being with another person in a really authentic way. And what frees me up is I don't need to be right. My heart's in the right place. I'm committed to truly being in service and helping people. And I feel like in this day and age, people want it straight. You know, so the people who love
There's
that.
so much baloney out there.
Gosh.
Oh yeah. No, I get that.
So I wanted to call it the Laser Coaching Show, but people said no, it's Marcia Wieder's laser coaching. I said, well, that's
right.
too long.
No, you know, Ellen DeGeneres has a show, Oprah Winfrey has a show, Marcia Wieder Show. I like that.
Oh, thank you. Well, it's exciting to announce it here, so I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, no, it's very exciting, and I'm excited for you. And obviously, hopefully you're going to be able to impact a tremendous amount of people who, as you have done for the past 30 years, now it's global.
So I have a favor to ask.
Okay.
Would you be willing to allow me to take this video and put it at a place where my fans and my community can respond?
Yeah, sure. Well,
so
because
I'd like to ask a specific question.
Go for it.
If you have had a time in your life where you went for a dream and it didn't happen, and maybe that changed the course of your life, I'd love to hear about it. And also, if you have a big dream that you're going for right now, but maybe like me, you're having some challenges or you've made a decision to go for it, I would love to read about it. And if you'll leave a comment below, not only do I promise to read it, but I'll be culling these comments for stories and guests for the new TV show. So please leave a comment below, and I promise to read it. And I appreciate you letting us share this with our folks.
No, I'm happy to do that. I think I'm going to stop by and read those comments myself. So, big congratulations to you. This is a major step that you're deciding to just take this into your own hands. Go for it. I hope that the Marcia Wieder Show helps thousands and thousands and thousands of people all over the world. Congratulations and thank you.
Thanks so much.